Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course. And as you can see from the title of this video, I want to talk about some key things that Melody pointed out in her response to Martell's latest motion in court. And also, I've been having this thought about him and Diddy, and I just really want to share my thoughts with you all. And then, Destiny says her name is Bennett and she ain't in it. Okay. So we're going to get to all of this. Now, before we do, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video. Then YouTube will recommend this video to more people who enjoy discussing the various topics surrounding love and marriage, Huntsville. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit. I would definitely love to have you as one of the showstoppers. And everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. Okay, so I love the color pink. I mean, my sofa in my living room is pink. It's like the pink of Melody's dress. So I love this photo. I love it, love it, love it. And yeah, so I wanted to use this picture, but shout out to T from TV. I know that you all checked out her video where she talked about Melody's response. And I know that a whole slew of other wonderful content creators has given their commentary on Melody's response to Martell, his latest motion. Now, she filed her response just yesterday, October 1st, and she pointed out that Martell's criminal case has been rescheduled for December the 2nd, 2024, just 2 months away. And so she said that Martell has to give a deposition in his criminal case. And we all know that that involves him appealing his conviction for revenge P against Melody. And then we all know that he was charged with the 2 charges of both DV and harassing communication. And with Alabama state law, the combination of those 2 covers revenge P. And so basically she was saying in her motion that he won't even be able to testify regarding his latest motion. He has bigger fish to fry. So he does have his priorities mixed up where he just wants to try and make Melody look like him, promiscuous, in my opinion, and trying to embarrass her. And he became triggered when he watched her TikTok live. And she talked about being on a date, watching a movie, falling asleep, and her date was still rubbing her legs and saying how soft she was. He became triggered to the point where he would file a motion based on things that he cooked up in his head. Now, Melody's attorney pointed out that Martell's motion contains paragraphs of self-serving testimony, hearsays, rumors, and opinions that are rich coming from him. So in my opinion, he has basically projected what he has admitted to doing wrong, and he's projected it onto Melody, and she's calling it out as hearsay. And I'm so glad that her attorney was so vivid in their writing, so clear and crisp, so that the judge knows, okay, so he's not basing this off of anything, with evidence. This is all in his head, all his opinion. I thought that that was great. And Melody filed a motion to strike, asking the court to remove Martell's latest motion from the record. And I think that that was very smart. I hope that the judge agrees and finds this all to be foolishness. I've been having these thoughts about Martell and him wanting to appeal his conviction for the revenge P. I always felt like that was a huge mistake. Like, dude, you want a jury trial? Are you serious? You want people to find out that allegedly you threatened your ex-wife, the mother of 4 of your kids, with revenge P? Do you really think that's going to come off as okay to 12 jurors of your so-called peers? And even if you do get some black men from the manosphere who takes that nasty red pill every day with their thought process, they were always in Kevin Samuel's comments, like the Summer Walker and Ari Lennox song. Even if you were to get a couple of them on the jury, not everyone is going to think that way, Martell. And in my opinion, you have to be pretty arrogant and perhaps even narcissistic to want to appeal of a revenge P conviction, including a jury trial. You have to be extremely arrogant and, have some things a little off to want to go that far with the jury trial. Similarly, just in my opinion, Diddy's lawyers are saying that he plans on testifying in his trial. And again, I think that that is a huge mistake. It's been said that one of the reasons why OJ was acquitted was because he did not testify. Because, legal experts say all the time that one little slip up, if you stutter, if you seem confused or like you're unsure, or if you give conflicting testimony, it's a wrap. So for, Diddy to want to say he's going to testify, I get you want to clear your name, but that just seems super duper risky unless, again, you are arrogant enough and perhaps even narcissistic enough to think that you can testify and it's okay and it will work for you and not against you. I would hope that Diddy's attorneys have warned him about, basic law advice. No one really has their client to testify when they're facing such serious and harsh allegations. I would imagine that he's been advised not to do that. And again, his mindset and how he sees himself, he's just going to do that anyway. That is something to think about. I find that to be incredible that you would want to appeal a revenge B conviction, complete with the jury trial, and then this other dude wants to testify in court for his trial facing, allegations of human trafficking and violating people's boundaries in a very, very sick way. But, that was something that's been on my mind. I'm like, oh my gosh, but that requires a lot of arrogance to want to go there. Now, when it comes to Destiny, of course, she had her Mental Monday show with her life coach, Dion, and they talked about in a very it was in a professional way. It was not really saying Sunni and Moses names explicitly, but they said things happened this week. And they were talking about, Coach Dion said that people should respect people's privacy and to not say kids' names. I don't know. I think sometimes in some reporting, you may say a child's name. You're not saying their full name or their address or what school they go to. But if the story involves children and you give commentary and you may say a kid's name, it's not with evil intent or anything like that. I thought that was a bit extreme, but she was saying that everyone should respect people's privacy and not be so eager or quick or aggressive with looking up people's information. And then Destiny talked about when someone, a blogger, went to the open house. She did not say the words open house, but she said that she was doxxed. Her address was given, her child's room was shown, and other rooms inside her house. She said that people were coming to her former home. She would see them on the Ring cam. They would laugh and then run away. And I will say this, though, that situation, in my opinion, it was not 100% black and white because the blogger attended an open house. So we all know that her ex-husband, LeBaric, was trying to sell the former marital home. She was still living there, and he hired Chris Fletcher to be his listing agent, and Chris Fletcher organized the open house. what makes it unique is that one of the attendees of the open house happened to be a blogger. But, I just say that to say it's not like the blogger just willy nilly looked up her address and found it somehow and was able to go to her house and be inside the home. Of course, that would not have happened, right? If it was a matter of someone just finding her address. But in this case, it was an open house because the house was up for sale. So it's not completely black and white. It is a bit more of a unique situation. But once they localized it to what happened this week in terms of Moses allegedly being locked up, Destiny did say that, I'm paraphrasing, she had nothing to do with it. She said that she's the one who's been used for a storyline. She said again tonight, they came up to my job, meaning that Moses and Sunny joined Love and Marriage Huntsville. She said they came up to my job, bothering me and using me to have a storyline. I'm not involved in what's happened this week. But in order to make it relevant, in order to make it news and for the show, they're going to somehow tie it to me. Now, definitely it's pretty obvious that Moses and Sunny did not want this to get out. So I don't think that they wanted to use it as a storyline or some sort of incentive for them to join the next season of Love and Marriage Huntsville. It seemed like very much so they were trying to keep it under wraps. But somehow, the word did get out that he was locked up allegedly. My hunch says, I honestly think that Sunny must have disclosed it to production when, they all filmed for the Fletcher's vow renewal, and assuming Moses was locked up at that time, allegedly. She disclosed that. Somehow production let the cast know. And then after that, it may get a little blurry about how the word got out. But that is my guess, just because that was kind of like the event that would have drawn the entire cast. And if he's been locked up since August, that was like the last major event. And then we know that filming has wrapped since then. But according to Destiny, she says that she is not in it. Her name is Bennett and she ain't in it. Okay. And I remember that from school days. So I definitely wanted to give my commentary. I wanted to ask you all, as you all watch the Diddy coverage, I know for me, my top two sources for Diddy coverage is Kempire as well as Conscious TV. Conscious TV is giving, in-depth commentary. He played the entire press conference, not just the clips that you would have seen on the Neighborhood Talk, but Conscious TV is playing the entire press conference of the Texas attorney who received 3,000 inquiries about potentially suing Diddy. After his firm vetted them, he got it down to 120 that he's representing. And so Conscious TV went through all of that. He's very intelligent, analytical, detailed. He's going to take his time with it. And then he even did a separate panel last night. He went live again for just a panel for people to share their thoughts. And of course, there were people talking about their experiences with being violated. And then I watch Kempire, like if I'm at lunch while working and I want to hear a very, good summary in just some minutes, I'll definitely check out Kempire every day for Diddy coverage. I learned tonight that Amazon actually removed that fictional Kim Porter book. That was probably the best thing to do, just because the author of the book, he actually did an interview last night with Nylah, Nylah. She is in the Shirley Strawberry, Ernesto Williams sector. She interviewed the author of the fictional Kim Porter book. And in my opinion, he kind of came off a little salesy, like, like a car salesman at like a car lot. And, he was always like, I can't speak on that, trying to make something seem really mysterious or even dangerous. And she was very patient with him as an interviewer, but also just thinking about the kids. Her daughters are just teenagers, Delilah and Jesse James. And I just don't trigger them any further. This is like a really bad time for all of Diddy's kids, and especially the ones that he shares with Kim Porter. It's just so devastating. So just let's just forget this whole book, because like I listened to Conscious TV read it. I definitely recommend you go to his channel if you want to hear what's in it. It's a trip. It's beyond freaky and nasty, and at times a little weird. So um, I think that Amazon has made the best decision. I know Amazon, I'm pretty sure they're all about the money. I'm pretty sure Amazon would rather make that money, but I'm glad they just, submitted to the backlash and took the book down. And definitely continue to pray for Melody Cherie. Send her positive thoughts, positive energy her way to deal with this foolishness in court. And I hope that the judge agrees with her motion to strike. I hope that you all had a wonderful Wednesday. I cannot complain. It was pretty good. And I will talk with you all soon. And I hope that you have a thriving Thursday. Be sure to stand in the mirror, say your affirmations. You can DM me on Instagram if you ever have questions about affirmations. Iyanla Van Zant gives good affirmations. She expects you to finish it, and don't feel awkward while you do that. It'll make you feel really good. It always does that good feeling for me. And I will talk with you soon. Bye.